Welcome fellow mind travelers. In this video, we'll explore what many call the international city of peace and justice, The Hague. This Western European city has a long-standing shared history and a strong connection with Europe. It is home to 31 European organizations and is considered the de facto capital of the Netherlands. The Hague is the largest Dutch city on the North Sea in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a country in northwestern Europe. The Netherlands has a population of approximately 18 million people. The Hague experiences a temperate oceanic climate similar to almost all of the Netherlands. Because of its location on the coast, it experiences milder winters and cooler summers than more inland locations. However, because of its location, it can also be extremely windy in the winter and humid in the summer. It also gets more sunshine. With a population of over 500,000, The Hague is the third largest city in the Netherlands. Its metropolitan population stands at approximately 2.4 million people. City life in The Hague concentrates around the Hofvijver, a small lake in the center of the city. Unlike nearby smaller cities of Leiden and Delft, The Hague does not have a cramped inner city, bordered by canals and walls. Instead, it has some small streets in the town centre that may be dated from the late Middle Ages and several spacious streets boasting large and luxurious 18th century residences built for diplomats and affluent Dutch families. The city centre also features many churches and palaces dating as far back as the 15th century. The older parts of the town have many characteristically wide and long streets. Houses are generally low-rise, often not more than 3 floors. In World War II, a large amount of the western portion of The Hague was destroyed by the Germans. Afterwards, architects planned its renewal, putting apartment blocks for the middle class in open park-like settings. The city is becoming more student-friendly with the introduction of a new campus in 2012 of Leiden University as well as Leiden University College The Hague, which was established in 2010. The Royal Conservatory of The Hague and the Royal Academy of Art are also located there, as well as The Hague University, a vocational university and a branch of the Open University of the Netherlands. The city has many civil servants and diplomats. The number and variety of foreign residents, especially the expatriates, make the city quite culturally diverse, with many foreign pubs, shops, and cultural events. The layout of the city is more spacious than other Dutch cities, and because of the incorporation of large and old nobility estates, the creation of various parks, and the use of green zones around natural streams, it is a much more green city than any other in the Netherlands. That is, except for some medieval close-knit streets in the center. The Hague has a canal system around the old city center, which is mainly used for boat tours around the city. The former Dutch colony of the East Indies, now Indonesia, has left its mark on The Hague. Since the 19th century, high-level civil servants from the Dutch East Indies often spent long-term leave and vacations in The Hague. Many streets are named after places in the Netherlands' East Indies, as well as other former Dutch colonies such as Suriname. The Hague is known as the global hub of international law and arbitration. It is home to many international organizations, such as the International Court of Justice, which is the main judicial arm of the United Nations, the International Criminal Court, the Permanent Court of Arbitration, the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, Europol, the law enforcement agency of the European Union, Eurojust, the European Union Agency for Criminal Justice Cooperation, the Hague Academy of International Law, a center for high-level education in both public and private international law, the European Patent Office, the Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization, an international organization established to facilitate the voices of unrepresented and marginalized nations and peoples worldwide, the NATO Communications and Information Agency. It also houses Scheveningen Prison, the detention center for the International Criminal Court for those suspected of war crimes and other violations of international law, and approximately 200 other international governmental organizations. The name The Hague is commonly used to refer to either of the international courts that reside in the city. The foundation of The Hague as an international city of peace and justice started at the end of the 19th century, when the first Global Peace Conference took place in The Hague. The Hague is the largest Dutch city on the North Sea and includes two distinct beach resorts. The main beach resort Scheveningen, in the northwestern part of the city, is a popular destination for tourists as well as for inhabitants. With 10 million visitors a year, it is the most popular beach town in the Benelux area. Just under half of The Hague's population identifies with a religious group. The two most popular religions are Christianity at 29% and Islam at 14%. The Hague has a service-oriented economy. A professional life in the city is dominated by a large number of civil servants and diplomats working in the city. 26% of the jobs in The Hague are those offered by the Dutch government or the international institutions. Also, several large international businesses have their headquarters in The Hague. The Hague has numerous museums, most notably the Mauritshuis, which exhibits many paintings by old masters up to 1800, such as Johannes Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Paulus Potter. The city's major football club is ADO Den Haag, which competes in the second highest tier of football in the Netherlands. Since 2020, the basketball club The Hague Royals plays in the professional Dutch Basketball League. Koningsdag, or King's Day, is held annually on April 27th. It is traditionally celebrated with fairs and flea markets throughout the city. On this day, the color orange predominates at a fun fair, which sells orange cotton candy and scores of informal street markets. The Hague shares an airport with Rotterdam. There are two main railway stations in The Hague, Holland Spoor and Central Station, 1.5 kilometers apart from each other. Public transport in The Hague consists of a tramway network and a sizable number of bus routes. Major motorways connect to The Hague, which also serve to connect The Hague to Utrecht and the German border. So, we hope that you enjoyed this virtual visit to The Hague and hope that you learned something new and interesting about this European gem of a destination. Thanks for watching and, as always, keep mind traveling.